back late last night from Canada. He went and spoke to veterinarians about animal chiropractic. And we know historically veterinary conferences oftentimes don't, if the word chiropractic is in the title of your talk, nobody shows up to hear you talk. And that's pretty normal. That's pretty typical at any veterinary conference, because it's not about the latest invention, the latest drug, the latest surgery, or the newest, and when I say invention, sometimes what I mean is the newest disease. What's the newest syndrome that's out there? Veterinarians are really super creative at describing symptoms as a new disease. And we can now conquer these symptoms by cutting it out, masking it with drugs. And I'm not bashing veterinarians. What I'm saying is that those are the things that we've been taught. And a big part of it is the things were taught before veterinary school, which included chemistry and biochemistry and immunology and biology and anatomy, all those things. You had to learn that before you went to vet school. And then none of that is really taken into account. You had to take physics before vet school. And many of the things we learn in vet school literally defy physics and defy chemistry. Well, maybe not chemistry. Chemistry might be everybody's favorite because they can figure out ways to manipulate chemicals to a point. But when you say things like, that body can heal on its own, that wound doesn't need a special stitch to make it solve its problem, that doesn't make anybody any money. And it doesn't make the veterinarian any money, but it also doesn't make, pharmaceuticals money. It doesn't make veterinary supply any money. There's a whole cascade of people who lose out when your animal is injured or ill if they don't get a finger in the pie. With chiropractic, there's only two people involved, the animal and the animal chiropractor. There's not a whole cascade of, I need this drug, I need this surgery team, I need this equipment. And so animal chiropractic as a profession has a smaller GDP than any of these other methods combined. That sounded backwards. Than any of these other methods. And the issue there is that when this happens, there's not that whole stack of, overhead that needs to be paid by the veterinarian. All of that is no longer on the veterinarian's shoulders. And that veterinarian now only has to worry about that's a much smaller overhead. If you're a veterinarian and you're burnt out and you have decision fatigue and you have worked timelessly to save lives, to try to do things that you feel as if you're being attacked about, find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com and we will help you learn how to pass that overhead, that burden, that responsibility on to the animal and let that animal heal on its own and help that animal let you find the door with the key that lets that animal heal on its own in ways that are miraculous and amazing, and we can't believe it happened because we didn't intervene enough. If you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor and you're interested in animal chiropractic, find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com, where we train doctors just like you to build successful animal chiropractic practices.